Welcome to another pick a card reading. So today I wanted to help people find ways they can love themselves more, as that is more important than finding someone to love, to share your life with, because if you don't have love for yourself first, you are not going to be fully filled by someone else, right? Because if, let's say, life had a meter, right, like a thermometer type of meter for self-love or love in general, and if you didn't have any love for yourself, that meter would be on zero. So when somebody comes in and they give love to you, right, they show you love in different ways, that meter, let's say, moves up to 25 or 50, right? But if they end up leaving you, it goes back to zero and you're again depleted, right? It's like you always depend on someone else's love to fulfill you, but that is not their obligation. Their obligation only is to share what they have and to receive what you have. But if you don't have anything to give, then they get emptiness, right? So your relationships will never be as great if you don't have love for yourself as well. Now, there can be moments when somebody else teaches you to love yourself, but it's hard for you to stay in those relationships because it's possible that you then move on with that knowledge and give love to someone that, you know, that propels you further, right? So you might never be with that quote unquote teacher, but it's possible, but it won't always last. So what you want to do is fill that meter up to 50 already for yourself, so that when somebody else comes along, it goes up to 100, because then you'll be able to reach a higher level of love and understanding than when you were on your own, even though when you're on your own, you still have love. So if that person, by any type of way, ends up leaving, whether it's, you know, life taking them away from you in whatever way, or if it's you moving on, or whatever it is, you'll always still have that 50% for yourself, right? You'll always have yourself you can rely on to trust, to love yourself, and things like that. So that's why it's really important to have love for yourself. So today you are going to choose between 3 different types of nail polishes. We have a pink metallic, splattered, speckled one, and a red one. Okay, and I chose nail polishes, which was fitting because, you know, nail polish represents taking care of yourself, right? When you're doing your nails, your hair, your makeup, anything, it's about, in that moment, putting yourself first and taking time for yourself. So I thought those were fitting. So no matter if you're male or female, just choose one of the colors that jumped at you first, that you gravitate to. You can listen to more than one because sometimes the messages are mixed. So the timestamps will be down in the description box below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check out my Ko-fi in order to support me. So I'll see you in your reading. Welcome to your reading, Group 1. So how can you find or improve on your self-love? You got spirit guides, insight, guidance, purpose. So with this card, this is asking you to look more within, to get more in touch with your inner self. So that could be taking time alone, sitting somewhere, maybe journaling, asking yourself questions like, who am I? Right? Where do I come from? Who was I when I was a child? What was my identity like? What did I think about myself? You know, how are my thoughts, my personality influenced? Who influenced me? Right? Just asking yourself questions, writing those questions down and then journaling maybe, or meditating, that is a great one as well. Because when you meditate, you center yourself. So when you meditate, you you come to your center, right? You're not an exterior being. You're not putting your presence, your awareness on the exterior and outside of you. You're putting it, you're focusing in on the center, on the root of who you are, which is basically your soul self, your true self. Okay? So so getting that inner insight and connecting to your inner world more, zoning in, right? Focusing in. You got the relics of Lemuria, fragments, memory reclaiming. Okay, so connecting to your memories. This could be memories from this life. Maybe there are things that you blocked or don't remember from your childhood, but those memories are always there. You can't lose them. They're just um, they're just more quiet or in the darkness of your mind, but you can always have them resurface. And again, meditation and journaling, the more you go within, the better your memory, your recall will be. Okay? Another good exercise to do is at the end of the day, when you're lying in bed before you go to sleep, think about your entire day, everything that happened, who said what, how how did things unfold, what happened during your day, you know, things like that. Just recall your entire day, go through it, process it, you know, and it will help you sort of clear things, go through things, understand things better. Because there's so many people that just sort of go through their day and don't even think about, aren't even present in their day. It's like they're not conscious being. They end up living like NPCs where they're just moving forward, moving forward. It's like you have to stop, you have to think, you have to process, you have to look back and, you know, see how everything unfolded. Now, when it comes to your past life, meditation again can help. Also, dreams. If you ever have dreams that are regarding some sort of past period of time, but it's unlike any dream, right? It's not those common everyday dreams, but something that feels so significant that sort of stays with you. Those could be a recall of your past memories. So write them down, okay? Because they could be important. A lot of people will think that past lives aren't so important because they're past, right? They should stay in the past. But the thing is, if you're still connected to them, they could help you understand your present. They can like, especially if you loved something so much, if you felt connected to something so much and you have no idea why. Nobody taught you this. Nobody influenced you on it. Nothing. But it just, from childhood, you were so connected to something. That could be a cell memory, like a spiritual memory of a past life, something you're still connected to, maybe something you need to understand more, or maybe look into more, because there is a point and a purpose of why it's still calling to you. Maybe there's something that you haven't let go of, maybe a sort of karma you haven't released yet from that sort of life. Okay? Mine personally, I was born in Eastern Europe, I was raised in Canada, and now I live in Eastern Europe again, but I have always, from childhood, I've always felt connected to Ireland, and also Native American spirituality. It wasn't until, I mean, I think I was in high school when I had my past life dream of dying in Ireland, and just a connection with someone I had that was so powerful, and the reason it was so powerful that I found out just a few years ago from a spiritual teacher was because the love lasted so short because I died early. I was probably about 17 or something when I died in that lifetime. So the love that I had for this person was so intense and so powerful, and I yearned for it in this life, which was depressing because in my mind, anyone that maybe I had a crush on, I didn't um, I didn't go into, like, I didn't try to get into that relationship because in my mind I felt that no one could be as great as that person was. And that's no way to live, right? Because you're not living in that time. So, so I found out that it was so intense because it didn't last long. If I could have lived an entire lifetime with this person, the love possibly could have fizzled out and just became stale eventually, right? But because it was so short, that's why it was so powerful. Now for the reason I really took to Native American spirituality is again through that spiritual teacher. I found out I had 2 lifetimes of being a Native American, a female and a male. So in this lifetime, things that you're so passionate about, that are calling to you, that you feel a connection with despite that no one influenced you, about it, those things are connected to your past life. Okay? So when it says relics of Lemuria, it's like you still have debris from that other life that is scattered within this one. Okay? So understanding that, try to allow yourself to love yourself through that, to know you are an endless person, like soul, someone that cannot die. You can transform, you can move, you can, become something else, but you can never die. Okay, it's like an endless flame that always continues to burn. That is you. You got Apollo with inquiry. I feel like this is connected with the Spirit Guided Insight card. So inquiring more about yourself, questioning yourself more, trying to understand yourself more, all these things could bring you closer to loving yourself more. Don't look at yourself from surface level. Look at yourself on a deeper level. Question everything about yourself. Why do you believe what you believe? Is it something you were just taught and programmed to do? What is it about your belief that you truly believe? And don't give yourself an answer of, something that comes from exterior sources. Why is it personal to you? Why do you love the color that you love? What is it about that color? What inspires you about it? Right? So question yourself on such deeper levels, and then maybe after a month or so, read everything you wrote in that journal. Read it as if you were reading something from, like a journal from someone else, and try to love that person. See their flaws, see their quirks, and love it, because you are perfect in your imperfections. Of course you should upgrade, of course you should work on yourself, but don't be too hard on yourself. How teachable are you? So you need to teach yourself how to love yourself. If your best friend or your sibling or just someone that you really love, if they came up to you and said that they hate themselves, what would you tell them? I'm pretty sure you would try to inspire them, motivate them, tell them how beautiful they are, how wonderful they are, how inspiring they are to you, how much they change other people's lives, how just their smile can lighten up a room. So why aren't you telling yourself that? Okay, you need to be teachable. You need to accept for life, for other people to teach you. You need to accept learning things from others, especially from nature. Just look at nature, how perfect it is. It never rushes, yet it's always on time, right? It's always perfect. Even the whole ecosystem, even when things, when one creature eats another, even though it's sad, it's how they are, right? How everything functions, and it's perfect. Taboo. So the way to reach that self-love is to look at the things that you are not willing to look at. Look at the things that you aren't saying, that you are not willing to maybe accept. Even in pain, even within struggle, there is still love for yourself. And I'm sure some people are asking how. You feel shitty inside, right? Things happened to you or are happening to you, and you feel stuck or trapped. But you're not alone. You're with your greatest friend, even in those times, and that is you. You have pulled yourself out of so much. You have survived so much. Whether it's plagues, whether it's illnesses, whether it's bad relationships or friendships or betrayal, you have survived so much. You were with yourself. Appreciate that. When someone is depressed, no matter the help they get, no one can pull them out of depression except themselves. If they are the ones willing to pull themselves out of that fog, they are the ones that do it. So have appreciation for yourself and try to look at things that you're not willing to look at. Okay? This is also this fragments and memories card, and reclaiming. Okay, reclaiming memories that may be hurtful, because within those memories you will find your beauty. You will find that you had to go through the roughest parts in order to become that shining diamond that you are. Okay, diamonds look like crappy rocks in the beginning. They have to go through so much heat and sanding and struggle just to become the beautiful and glittering diamond that it is. Balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So here it's saying basically to balance who you are, to have your own little rituals, things that you do for yourself every day, whether it's a morning ritual, whether it's a evening, nighttime ritual, just something that is, quiet time, something that you can connect to your inner self, so that way you are balancing that physical world, the person that you are outside of yourself, right? So someone you are with your friends, your family, the outside world, and then you're balancing that with something you do for just you, right? Your inner world. Maybe afternoon reading, maybe maybe that meditation, or going on hikes, walking, sketching, sitting down and sketching or journaling somewhere, just something you do for you, where there's no distractions, no one can disturb you, your phone is off or away from you, and it's just you, yourself, your thoughts, okay? And you got earth, so basically being grounded, okay? You need to ground yourself. Maybe you're too high up in the clouds. Maybe you're going from one thing to another. You have to ground yourself. Still yourself. Okay, quiet yourself down. You're being asked to partake in something so much more greater than yourself. You have to understand that you are greater than what you are thought to believe. Okay? You are not flesh. That is just an act. Like you're an actor. Okay? This flesh is a character you're playing in this time. Your true self, the actor, is the spirit. That came first. That is the thing that is fueling your body. Why do people die? Because the real self steps out, and not just steps out, but disconnects from that character, right? The cord is cut and they move on. Okay, so you're being asked to connect to that higher self of yours, the true self. Okay, put yourself first. It's not selfish. Okay, I'm not saying to be egotistical and put yourself first above anyone all the time. I'm saying that you need your own time to yourself, because you cannot help others, you cannot inspire others if you are feeling shitty and crappy. That energy then moves on to other people. Okay? And you got the Lovers, yes. You have to connect and reconnect with yourself, because you were connected with who you truly are when you were small. Okay, you had love for yourself. You had that wonder, that carefree spirit. That's what you came into this life with. Okay, so it's time. It's time to reconnect with your true self. So let's get some charms. Okay, so you got secret, full, laugh, a secret, full, a secret full laugh. And you got the blue bead, which is a friendship bead, and since it's blue, it's basically male energy. Okay, so it's telling you to laugh more. And a secret, because it's with this secret bead, it's basically telling you to have more time with yourself. Learn to laugh at yourself. Learn to, maybe watch comedy movies by yourself and just laugh. Or even if you're with a group of friends, in the moments when you're having so much fun, try to get that perspective of seeing yourself from third person view, and just see how loving you are, how lovable you are. Okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Now, because this is a male energy friendship bead, when it comes to men versus women, right? Women have different friendships than men. Now, if women fight, they tend to hold grudges, right? It sticks with them. They are angry, they want revenge and things like that. And I'm of course, like, not everyone is the same. We're talking about generalization here and stereotype type of thing, okay? Men, when they argue and fight, okay, even if they punch each other, at the end of the day, they sit at a bar together and drink a beer and have fun, right? It's like they can sort of easily just move past it than women can, okay? Again, of course, not everyone, okay? But this is telling you to be like this with yourself, even in the times when you are angry about something with yourself or struggling with something. Learn to make that roll off your back easily, okay? Or at least not to put yourself down during that situation, but to have some grace for yourself. Okay? So So learn to be with yourself, by yourself, okay? The world doesn't always have to see you. The world doesn't have to know everything about you. Even your closest people don't have to know every single aspect about you. Learn to have some things for yourself, to keep them private, to keep them for just you in order to keep them sacred. To have that space of love, that flame for yourself, okay? Because when you have that for yourself, no one can tear it down. Even when people are being cruel to you, you know that at the end of the day, you have that flame that no one knows about for yourself, okay? So group one, I hope this helped. Next week we will be doing a more romance related reading and how to manifest a soulmate and things like that. But for today, I want you to truly work on this in order to have that love meter for yourself go up to 50 so that whoever else comes along can just propel it all the way to 100. Okay? Remember that you need a foundation before you can build the entire house. Okay, so I wish you guys luck. I wish you all the best. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Ko-fi in order to support me. And I'll see you next time. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So let's find out how you can love yourself more. Okay, connect with animals. Animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. So animals represents a sort of innocence. So even if you don't have any pets, you can maybe go outside and sit somewhere where there are birds or squirrels or any type of animal and just reflect, okay? Observe. Allow them to be who they are and just watch them. Teach, learn from them, okay? Also, because animals represents innocence, this could also be connecting with maybe either people that are more childlike, right? Not childish, but childlike. That means people that have a sense of wonder, curiosity, that are, you know, always having their, it's like they're living outside the box, right? They're so creative and wacky, and, you know, either that or maybe if you have children, connecting with them, right? Looking through their eyes, asking them questions that maybe you never have thought of asking them, like, how do they view the world? How do they understand it? Like, what do they think about certain things about their life, or, you know, things like that, and just sort of connect, try to see through their eyes. Because by seeing things through a child's or an animal's eyes, their outlook, their, you know, connecting with their personality and who they are, you're basically connecting with yourself, because that innocence isn't lost in you. It is only dormant. Okay? Innocence isn't something that only children have. It's something that isn't tainted, a part of you that isn't tainted by society or people. It's like I said, that wonder, that carefree sort of self. And you can tap into that. Okay, and the way to do it is through animals or children. Okay, when my dog goes out for a walk, she doesn't just walk. She starts like jumping in the air, being all excited that she's going for a walk. Okay, she looks dorky and it's cute and adorable. Okay, and that's what you need to find within yourself. Because yes, you too are cute and adorable to higher beings. Okay, we, on a grand scale of things, we are just children. No matter how much we evolved, we haven't evolved to the extreme sense that some beings out there have. Beings that are on the 6th, 7th, 8th density, where basically they are both spirit and physical in one. And I'm not talking about like how we are, where the spirit is fueling the physical. I'm talking about they are fused within both, so they're like light beings, like literally made of like a translucent sort of physical body because they're both light and physical, right? So they are evolved like even more than we are. So to them, we are basically like little children still discovering things. Okay? And allow that to make you giggle and to make you smile and think like we're just like dorky little beings that are creating like rocket ships trying to reach the Mars, right? Like imagine how cute that sounds to you if that was a child that was saying it. So allow yourself to see yourself from that perspective. You're just a grown-up child just trying to figure things out. You have the gift, present, honoring, offering. So being in the present moment, okay? Being in that present moment allows you to connect not just with yourself, but with that environment, with that moment in time on a more like, present and focused way than you would if you were just on autopilot. Okay? When you're more focused, you are then realizing your full self. So you aren't just something that passes through, you're something more defined, right? You're defining that moment when you're present within it. You're acknowledging everything around yourself, everything that is happening. Okay, so being in that present moment, that itself is a gift. You have the gathering, community, kinship, companionship. So finding self-love through other people, allowing yourself to feel what other people are feeling about you, right? You can maybe even like I told group one, when you're around other people and having a really great time, okay, it doesn't have to be some party, but just like even sitting around the dining room table and eating dinner or something, and just that conversation is flowing. Try to see that from a from a third person perspective. Try to see yourself from a third person perspective, right? And have that acknowledgement of how wonderful things are. Just being present in that moment, right? How beautiful that things are. That everyone is talking and sharing ideas and having deep discussions, or even if it's something funny and, stupid or whatever, just loving yourself in that moment. Loving the vibe. Because if you didn't exist in that moment, things would be different. You might not think so, but, the vibe would be different. It's like, because you're there as well, you also create that balance, just like everyone else at that table does. So acknowledge that you two are important, that you make a difference in each person's life that you come across. Even when you're walking on a sidewalk and someone passes you, the fact that they look at you, acknowledge you for that moment, in that moment you change their life. Because with that whole butterfly effect, right, if that didn't happen, maybe their path that day would be different. Something would be totally different because they didn't see you that day. But they saw you. And just that you might think insignificant moment, that alone creates impact on their life. So acknowledge that right now. Take a moment and acknowledge that. That even someone, for a brief moment looking at you, you are creating a difference in their life. Okay? You have anger and rage. So let's see, how can you find love for yourself? Anger and rage. I keep focusing on the belly for some reason here. And it feels like, when people are angry, it's like things are bubbling up and, coming up to the surface type thing. So way you can find more love for yourself is possibly through your emotions, even if it is rage, right? The fact that you have a whole range of emotions, that you can feel things, no matter how intense it is. Love that, right? Ask anyone that has been through depression and is taking pills that make them feel nothing and so numb. They would love to have at least anger and rage to feel, if they could, right? So appreciate the fact that you have a whole range of emotions, that you can feel things, and allow yourself to feel things as they come. Don't bottle it up and think you'll solve this some other time. Okay, feel what you feel in that moment, but release it in a healthy way. Okay, don't allow it to bubble up and then explode on some innocent bystander that didn't deserve it. Okay, try to resolve it in the moment, or at least have an outlet. Write, journal, write an angry poem or a song, or paint with dark colors and make splatters on the canvas. Whatever you need, just have a healthy outlet, something that doesn't harm you or anyone else. Okay, and then sleep on it and try to resolve it and process it in a peaceful way. So this is teaching you ways you can love yourself, right? By taking the time to feel what you feel, to acknowledge what you feel. Don't hide. Don't be a hippie and think you always have to be in the sense of love and peace. No, feel what you feel. You are human. You have all these emotions. They developed you throughout, your upbringing. The range of it all developed in you for a reason. Okay, so feel what you feel. Accept what you feel. Acknowledge it, but release it in a healthy way. You have Poseidon with flow. Yes. So go with the flow. Allow yourself to flow. When you release those emotions as they come, you're allowing yourself to flow, because you're not bottling anything up. You're allowing it to be processed, to move from inside to outside of you, and you don't have to then have it be a part of you anymore. You're releasing it. Okay, so flow. Unleash your creativity. Yes, that's another way to love yourself more, because by being creative, you're connecting with your heart center, with your soul, with who you truly are. Because your soul is the thing that expresses itself through art. Any type of art, pottery, music, literature, dance, anything that is creative, that allows you to express yourself in some way, you need to release and unleash that expression through something creative. Okay, no matter if you are more left side of the brain, you're the intelligent side, when you're more into science and math and things like that, you too need a creative outlet. Okay, so find something that might pique your interest and try it out. You got the Night Woman. So this is connecting with your intuition, having quiet moments to yourself to reflect, to have that inner guide take over, to connect with your divine self. Okay. Okay, so you got full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches, and you got full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Wow. Two amazing, powerful cards. Both full moons, so climax of, of what the moon can be. Beyond this, there is no more. Full moon is its peak, right? And you have two very strong signs here. Okay, the Aries and the Scorpio. And both are action oriented, right? So this is telling you that you need to release that negativity, that rage, fear, anything that is still inside of you, you need to release it, because that is blocking you from your true self. It is clogging you up, okay? So in order to flow as Poseidon wants you to do, you need to release this. And try to do it in a healthy way before it explodes, okay? And you got to Virgo. So this is an energy of being more organized with yourself, okay? Of being, Virgo is an earth element, so being grounded, staying grounded, organized, focused, prioritizing what's important to you, and letting go of what isn't, okay? What in your home, in your life, is allowing you to thrive? If it's not, release it and let it go. Whether that is clothing that you don't feel connected to anymore, whether that is some sort of home decor, whether that is some piece of furniture, whether that is people in your life, anything that you feel has expired from your life, that holds no more value or meaning or significance or anything, release it and let it go. Okay, prioritize only the things that make you thrive, that boost you with confidence, with inspiration, with creativity, with love for life, that zest, that's what you need to hold on to, okay? And through this, you end up in a more present, more stable, more loving sense, okay? Okay, so you got some Four of Swords, so being quiet, resting, okay? Being more in touch with your inner world. Seven of Pentacles. This is a story of 1001 Nights, where the female character would tell like parts of a story, I believe, to the guy that I think he wanted to like kill her or something, and in order for her to stay alive, she would tell like bits of story every night in order for the guy to want to hear more. So she would stay alive longer. I believe that's how the story goes. So in this sense, it feels like the spirits or the universe is telling you to reflect on your stories, to reflect on your life, on what you have been through, and appreciate your life and yourself a lot more. Okay, because you have gone through a lot, right? Think about all the drama you went as a kid, thinking, life is over because, I don't know, this friend backstabbed me. And now when you look back on it, you're thinking, that was so petty and stupid, right? Think about the first person that you fell for. Then now when you look back thinking, that wasn't even real love. That was just some petty crush that I thought was true love, right? So look back on all the stories in your life, on everything you have been through, and just see see yourself like you were just a kid. You were just trying things out. You were experimenting. You're experiencing different things, and try to find that love for yourself as you would for a child that is growing up and discovering things. Okay, Four of Pentacles here. Being more stable within yourself. Okay, finding stability, especially once removing that negativity and releasing and purging from your life what no longer serves you. Finding that stability and knowing that you are enough. You have enough. Even if you are struggling and are in poverty, as long as you have yourself, you have enough. Because with your mind, you can do wonders. You can create your wealth. And yes, that is hard. I too am struggling trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, you can still do it. There's always hope. Tomorrow is always a new day. You can always figure, a new move or tweak something you have been doing and try to see if that works, right? You always have yourself at the end of the day. Be grateful that tomorrow you get to open your eyes and just start a new day. Okay, so let's go with your charms. Okay, so you guys got, first off, you got the good luck charm. Okay, so there's luck that is coming in for you, okay? You got beauty as friend, believe, and cool. You got a pink flower, which could represent friendship for and love for yourself, basically. Being your own friend. Creating your own luck. Okay, now let me explain this. Okay, this here, hold on, let me focus. Okay, this here is a wire. I have tried doing wire wrap type jewelry and it's not going well. This is stainless steel, and usually people do wire jewelry with more softer type of metals, which are easy to form. But because I want to create quality work, something that won't tarnish or change color, I decided to go with stainless steel, right? But my 2 attempts went really bad. And there are 2 of these in this charms collection that I have. One is chaotic, but this one is more formed, I guess you could say. So this is saying that in order to find love for yourself, you cannot be in chaos. You need to flow, okay? You need to allow yourself to flow naturally. Stop putting personas and personalities and identities and things like that others are influencing you, that the media is influencing you, your education, your friend group, whatever it is. That is not you. You need to flow as nature intended you to flow. Okay? So let's figure out this message here. Okay, believe. Believe as I don't know. Cool, believe, friend as beauty. The message that I am understanding here is that it's telling you that you are beautiful and you need to believe that, right? Believe that you are a cool friend, that you are beautiful. Okay, so you need to be your own friend. You need to love yourself more, understand yourself more. Remind yourself of all the stories, of everything you've experienced, right? Look through a child's eyes, unleash that creativity, right? Flow, release the anger, the fear, the negativity. Okay, spring is soon coming. Let's truly create a new you. Okay, start purging from your life and sit with yourself, journal, question yourself, write down the question and then journal things. So group 2, that is all I have for you. I wish you guys luck. I hope you find yourself and have more love for yourself as well. Have more mercy and grace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. Also check out my Ko-fi if you would like to support me there. And I will see you guys next time. Hello group 3 and welcome to your reading. So today, let us see how you can find more love for yourself. You got to answer the call with explore, travel, and live. So experiencing new things, maybe that could be your thing, right? Traveling to different places, trying different foods that you never tried before, meeting different people that you never met before, So experiencing new things. right? Having that love for life, it transforms into loving yourself because you're experiencing this. You are going out there and living this life, right? So appreciating yourself more for being courageous and exploring, okay? Answering that call. You got the seer with future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. So this could be a card of seeking insight, right? So this could be meditating or seeking guidance from someone else, or trying to even see life through different eyes, right? The previous group had a card connecting with animals, right? So seeing things from maybe an innocent type of perspective, connecting with innocence, right? That was their group. But with you guys, this could mean just seeing yourself through other people's eyes. But this is the seer. A seer is connected with the divine, with a higher being, a higher self. Because there's a part of you, imagine it like a ball of electricity or light, that is between you and the source, right, which people call God. So connecting with that higher you allows you to be that much closer to the divine, to the God source, right? So even acknowledging that you are or are a part of something so much more divine, so much more intelligent and creative and more powerful than anything around you, that alone should make you feel special. Okay? So next card, you got love. So just love. Loving things, loving others. That in turn can also help you love yourself because you are part of that grand design. You are part of that tapestry. Okay? If this whole, as they say, simulation, let's say, is a tapestry, you are part of it. You're connected to it. So loving others is loving yourself, right? Loving creatures, loving nature, loving other people. It's not a romantic love. We're not talking about that. This is about genuine and honest love. Just loving things as they are. Loving people as they are. Loving them as people, right? So you got Jade Emperor with organization. Okay, so the last group also had something. Yeah, they got the Virgo card. So this is about organizing your life, right? Possibly maybe even purging things you don't need, like I told group 2. Removing things from your life that doesn't serve your highest, greatest good. Okay, things that doesn't motivate you, things that doesn't make you thrive, things that doesn't inspire you to be better, to feel better about yourself. Anything that doesn't put you in that space, remove it. Whether that's home decor, whether that's certain clothing, furniture, certain colors you don't like, people that you don't feel you can be your full self to. If there are people in your life that you cannot be your honest self to, keep them at arm's length, but don't accept them inside that circle of people that truly you can unwind with, let loose with, be your full self with, that you can talk about anything with. Okay? So organize your life, prioritize what's important to you. Sexuality. So being more connected with your sensual self. Okay? Understanding it. Possibly even healing it, especially if you've been through trauma. Okay? Then we got reconciliation. So this is about you, because this reading is about how you can find self-love. And this is talking about reconciliation with yourself. Okay? Forgiving yourself. Having more grace and empathy for yourself. Understanding that you are a human being that is, just winging it. We're all winging it. Okay, have more grace and mercy for yourself. Even if you made mistakes, even if you hurt someone badly, whatever it is, feel that guilt, acknowledge it. Even if you hurt yourself, acknowledge it. Ask for forgiveness from yourself and forgive yourself. Know that you're a human being that makes mistakes, but you're still worthy of love. You're still worthy of being forgiven and of experiencing life in a more healthy way. You got fixed moon with hold your vision. So focus on that goal you have. Focus on loving yourself more. Okay? Do what you can in order to get to that point. And you got Mercury. Mercury is a planet of communication. So maybe even journaling, communicate with yourself what it is you need. Like right now, what it is you need. Do you need some comfort food? Go and take some comfort food. Do you need a hug? Hug yourself. Pat your back while you're hugging yourself and tell yourself it's going to be okay. Tell yourself that you love yourself, that you're going to do better. Okay? Let's see what your tarot says. You got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Lovers. And you got Nine of Cups. So I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, which usually represents money, but this is a sign of grounding. This is an earth element. So grounding yourself more, loving, connecting yourself, eventually gets you to that place of self-love. Okay? Let's do your charms. Wow. So you got the pink friendship bracelet with feminine energy. You got the blue flower. You got a seahorse. And you got song, some, princess, sweet, and why. I feel like it's saying sweet princess. Now with the song here, it could be saying that maybe you can find maybe self-love or be more in tune with self-love by singing or by listening to a certain type of music, something inspiring, something that really connects you with loving yourself, maybe even revisiting songs that you listened to when you were a kid, right? Because this flower here represents this innocence of youth. Okay, with the pink friendship bracelet, it's talking about being, you know, being more nurturing to yourself as a friend. Okay. I read somewhere that when male and female seahorses come together, that they actually change color. It's like seahorses sort of feel like a friendship type of vibe. They're strange looking, but they're sort of cute in the same sense, right? So it's telling you that you're a divine person, right? A princess is something like a status of sort, right? That is considered above other people, right? It's not something ordinary. It's something a little more special, right? So you are a special divine being, and you need to sing your song. Okay, you need to allow yourself to feel things for yourself. Okay? Because great things are coming to you once you allow yourself to heal from whatever this is, whether that is trauma, abuse, or, just some sort of hate or fear, whatever it is. Reconcile with yourself, connect with yourself, and everything else will flow. Okay? So group 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have enjoyed it, consider to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Ko-fi page where you can support me further. Don't forget to just love yourself, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next reading.